Good evening to you all. My name is Eimear Burke and I'm a storyteller and I run the Kilkenny Storytelling Circle. So let me tell you the story. Iwad sa Chanamshire Satir Show. Long, long ago in ancient times on this land. It was when the Tuatha first came to these islands and they defeated the Fir Bolg, the people who were already here at the first battle of Moytura. And unlike many battles, it wasn't a terrible one. It was agreed at the end of the battle that the Fir Bolg would move to the west of Ireland to live and the Tuatha would occupy the rest of the island. So the Fir Bolg moved to Connemara and Connacht. Now there was a king of the Tuatha and his name was Beola. When he first laid his eyes on Connemara, well, he fell in love with the place. And even though it was agreed that it would belong to the Fir Bolg, he decided he'd like to make his home there. So he built his castle on the top of one of the 12 bens, called Ben Bawn, called so because he, Beola, created a fée fia, a ceodriachta, a magic mist that always covered his castle when any human ever approached, making it invisible. Not only that, he was very, very happy, but he had these white magical cows with red ears. Now these cattle were famed all over Ireland. They produced the sweetest, creamiest milk. And not only did they do that, they were the fittest of Irish cattle from walking up and down, grazing on the grass. Now this was no ordinary grass. Through the bruchta, the enchantments that Beola placed on them, it was the lushest, greenest, most fertile of grass that these white magical cattle with their red ears fed on, producing that sweet, creamy milk. And all was well on the 12 bens for many, many years. Well then, it was the time when the sons of Mill, the Milesians, came to Ireland. And it was the time for the Tuatha to leave. Now, there was an agreement between the sons of Mill and the Tuatha that the sons of Mill and their descendants would occupy Ireland above the land, and the Tuatha wouldn't leave the island itself, but they were occupied underneath. Well, Beola was not happy with this agreement. His view was that Aurgan, the druid of the sons of Mill, had tricked his people into agreeing to such a crazy arrangement. Not one bit happy was he, having to come down, descend from his place, down, deep, deep under the earth. Well, if he had to go, and if his cattle had to go, well, so was his luscious green grass. Rendering the 12 bens, well, 11 of them anyway. Nothing at the moment but rocky outcrops that support neither man nor beast. Ben Bawn is still there, and they say on a windy day sometimes the wind will part the mist, and you might, if you look carefully, see his castle. So from that day to this, Beola, still a bit miffed, but his fine white cattle with their red ears are still grazing on that juicy, sweet grass. But that's all very well for Beola and the Tuatha. But what about the people above? Well, when people knew that he had drawn down the green grass, they decided, well, why don't we dig for it? And they would dig, and every time they saw the sweet, green, luscious grass, as soon as they laid their hands on it, well, it turned to stone. Now, I heard that story and I thought, could that be true? So a few months ago, I headed off to the 12 bens and I brought my shovel and I started to dig. And I dug and I dug and I dug. And I tell you, I saw that green, sweet, luscious grass and I looked in amazement. This story is true. And I reached down my hand to pick it up. And the grass turned to stone, and I'm telling you the truth. Here is a piece that I picked myself. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how Connemara marble came to be. Shinne.